he's pretty much one of a kind. He isn't in this world to smooth things over, and by now he's seen it all. 25 years of singing and performing, and he's still blasting. We'll show you that, but first, before I went out to shoot this story, a videographer here at OPB bet me $5 that I wouldn't come back with anything new on Curtis. He's been interviewed so many times over the year. Well, guess what? So now for the first time on television, and perhaps for the first time in public, here is Curtis Salgado in his own home playing some great piano. Of course, this is the way most of us are accustomed to seeing it, fronting a hot band and being Curtis Salgado.
I do play harmonica, and all women love harmonica play. I wonder why. Maybe it's that tongue blocking thing, you know what I'm saying? I'll show you.
First instrument I did was singing, and I've been singing all my life. So choirs and glee clubs ever since kindergarten.
Do you remember the first day you got a harmonica?
I can't remember the day, but sure, I remember it. I can picture it. You know, to me it was very frustrating because I wasn't sounding like those guys on the record. Yeah, it's like, you know, I remember I crumpled down. I was through it. You know, my mother said I didn't know what, you know, subdominant and dominant meant. I didn't, you know, I was, you know, bad sport about it at first, to tell you the truth. Harmonica is very physical. All instruments are, actually. What am I saying? But harmonica, it's like the human voice. Whereas you're blowing with a saxophone and you can go through this. With this, you're breathing in and out, and it becomes... And you can do throat vibrato. It's like singing. Diaphragm. To throat. Just like you sing. I love the harmonica. It is a twisted and can be a hideous little instrument. I think a lot of harmonica players overplay, and I only use it as like a special, like a secret weapon, so to speak, because my main bag is singing and entertaining and getting the song across. And then I whip out a harmonica, and instead of just doing your typical blow in and out, and I can play it.
I'm not going to recite the long history of Curtis Salgado. I might have to give back the $5 if I did anyway. I'm sure you know it.
They say the best things in life are free.
He came out of Eugene with Robert Cray like a soul tornado, slashing and wailing his way through the decades. Great collaborations with other Oregon musicians like Terry Robb, stars like Steve Miller. And experiencing a whole lot of ups and downs, like a lot of us, with a major exception. His were public.
If you wanna love me, baby, here's what you do. Give me more love and
honest attitude. It wasn't fun, and it was killing me, and I had killed myself a couple of times. You know, I'd OD'd a few times. My performance was hindering. I wasn't getting, you know, I was falling off of stages and stuff, you know. And then I discovered that real strength comes in dropping all of that stuff and dealing with life without medicating yourself.
I'm old enough to know better, too young to resist. Used to lie at waking night, wondering what I might miss. Something tells me you're trouble, the only trouble is I'm old enough to know better, too young to resist.
You're not drinking, you're not getting high before a gig. What do you do now?
Pace around in circles and play my vocal tapes and listen to music. And I just do a lot of thinking, and I think how the day is going to go, how this performance is going to go.
Deeper than deep, wider than wide, stronger than strong. Ooh, my girl, you know I just can't hide, yeah. And I wanna everyone to know how much I love you. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yeah. Longer than a river, baby.
The Portland Blues Festival is a very class event. It's a big deal. A lot of people, a lot of stuff. It always established me as someone to be reckoned with. And I always think about it. How am I going to perform it? What am I going to do? What's the song list? I've already made the song list. I know exactly where I want to go with it. I pretty much map it out in my head. And I do that with every performance.
And I wanna everyone to know how much I love you. Oh, right now, listen.
What do you say to a guy? Say you're going to play someplace and there's some guy that's where you were.
If he's
Yeah.
using and drinking,
Yeah.
I don't say anything. I let him take his own journey, his own path. Sounds real hippie, trippy, crystal stuff, but I'm saying, no, I don't say anything. Because competitive-wise, I'm on top of it. And if he's going to be like that, it's just going to make me look all the better. You know, I've been on that side. I have fallen off of stages, you know. So I've made a fool out of myself. I've lost a job getting high, you know. And I've been in fights with my best friends on stage, you know. So I've already been there. For me, it's just kind of like, watch my smoke, you know. I just keep it, I got to tell you, Tom, I really think about it, you know. I really am, I've got my game plan and I'm headed in that direction, and I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to get there.
Everyone to know. I love you, woman, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
And that's just a brief slice of Mr. Salgado. Here are a few other things. Yes, he is still somewhat resentful that John Belushi stole the Blues Brothers act from him. And yes, some of his vast collection of vintage music clips were shown at the Blues Festival, where we shot his performance. His album, Soul Activated, is what landed him the W.C. Handy Award nomination for Soul Blues Album of the Year. The tune Old Enough to Know Better that we heard